But we know who to call if we can't make it.
Dad, hold the plane. We're on our way. My dad's the pilot. Free booze for everybody. Can we do that?
No, I can't.
My entrepreneurial muscles this week. Look, it's all taped. It's broken. I don't want a broken one. They should come with little bottles of hand sanitizer too. There's gonna be a flu epidemic. They're gonna call it the bird flu. That's funny. What up, vlog? Here at AIM Expo, day number 1. Just got here, had excellent breakfast. We're gonna walk the floor for a little bit, and then we're gonna go check out some of the speakers. I wanna kind of get a vibe for the rooms where the presenters are gonna be, because I'm speaking twice tomorrow. But we're gonna spend the day checking out the different vendors, as well as networking and meeting up with friends in the industry and trying to make new friends. So let's roll. The more content you create, the better.
Okay.
It's just the problem is, like, we don't have the capacities, right? We don't have the people in place. We don't have, to post 8 times a day is like, it's a lot of work, right? Yeah. And I mean, I think you should at least post once a day, like on Instagram, on all platforms minimum. I think it should be once a day. But the truth is, like, if I posted 8 pieces of content, you guys aren't gonna see them all unless you're best friends with me and you're engaging with my content all the time. If you're engaging with my content all the time, then sure, maybe you see most of them, but otherwise you're not going to. So that's why posting a lot is not going to hurt you.
Right. What's everybody's scenario about where you should advertise for social media, or where you should be doing most conversation? Is it Facebook or YouTube?
I think you have to come to his talk to find out tomorrow,
Yeah,
right?
you guys, you have to reverse engineer your particular customer, because it's going to be different for everybody. Like, where I'm trying to target college students, the best place for me is going to be Snapchat and Instagram right now. Creating paid ads for those platforms is best. So you really have to just know, like, your audience, or if you have multiple audiences, which it sounds like is the case, you have to, like, create content that's, create content and pay, like, promote content or promote ads or whatever it is to those particular audiences. I think the advantage, some of the stuff that I really like to do is, even on Facebook, like, you can create the same message. What I mean is, like, have a similar ad, same product, but to different demographics, to different age groups. Like, you can even change out an actor. You can change out an actor, where you might have an African American in one video that's targeted towards an African American demographic, but you know what I mean? Like, you can do that.
Facebook advertising is still cheap,
and it works. Like, that kind of stuff works in today's we might, for a good example is in our market, we'll create ads that are targeted to the college student themselves, but then we'll create a different ad that's targeted to mom. Hey mom, it'll, like, have the call in the copy. Hey mom, hey dad, and we'll run 3 different ads targeted to those different demographics, and
And do you feel like he does that raw footage creates more excitement than pre-done footage?
I think it has to be a mix of both. I mean, I do a vlog at our dealership and show behind the scenes and show what's going on within our dealership. We create how-to content, how to do this, how to do that. We create just documentary, and then we also do highly produced promo videos. But I think it's a mix because I feel like the raw content is more of a long-term game. Now, don't get me wrong, you could put a piece of content, right? You could film a piece of raw content and promote it to your audience, but just creating a piece of raw content, putting it on Facebook, isn't going to do anything for your business tomorrow. Right, and the reason being is because Facebook's not even showing your stuff to anybody anymore. Like, you have to actually spend dollars to get it in front of eyeballs because the algorithm has just changed. You know, when Facebook pages first came out for businesses, and we all signed up for Facebook pages, and we're putting content, like lots of people were liking it. You know, it was coming across everybody's feed. It was coming across everybody, but that's gone away. It's just not there anymore. So I think that's, you know, you have to be willing to spend money. You know, what I do is if we put up a post, put up a piece of raw content, you know, show this, or just create a Facebook post, and it starts to get a lot of engagement, then those are the ones, because a lot of people talk about boosting posts and that kind of thing. Right. Those are the ones that I would boost because it's like, oh, this is actually resonating with people. This is getting shared. Let me give it a little extra help. Let me boost it.
So, and I was told never to boost things because it's a waste of time and money.
It's a waste of time and money if there's no engagement, if there's something that's resonating. Now, boosting is different than sponsored ads too. Like, let me be, you know, there's the opportunity with sponsored ads is to get on Facebook Ad Manager and create an ad to mom, an ad to student, an ad to dad, and to, you know what I mean? My dad's across the street right now. This is weird.
Your dad?
He's a pilot. Uh-huh. So, like, he landed in Columbus, and he's flying my plane home tomorrow night. Like, completely random.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad's here?
Yeah, so my dad's a pilot for Southwest Airlines, and so I'm like getting texts and
He's
like
flying your plane home? That's crazy.
I love it.
he's like too funny. He's like, that's funny. I'm staying at the Crown Plaza across the street. I don't land till 10:40 tonight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Probably won't be at the hotel till 11:15. If you're still awake, walk across the street. That's funny, dude. It is like I can't believe my dad is here. Or he will be. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll, baby. So earlier today we went through the expo, just checked out a lot of the different vendors that were here. Thought it was pretty cool. Definitely saw some new products. Definitely some people I would like to try to. Of course that would. That's like the life, dude. It's just like music blasting while I'm trying to record something.
Look, it's a camera. We walked the floor, saw some new products.
Saw some new products, then went to some speakers, did the dealer roundtables, which I thought were pretty good. Those are always pretty good. You get the other feedback from other dealers. You get to pick their brains on
Which
stuff.
ones did you sit
That's
at?
always valuable. I sat at how to attract new customers in the dealer roundtable.
Okay.
So I was there. I was actually there the whole time, and then I got up and started talking to Sean about some business stuff. That's my favorite part of this, honestly, is reconnecting with other dealers, connecting, seeing Tim from EcoFun and Travis from EcoFun, those guys, talking to them, talking to Sean from Jaguar Power Sports, and now Scotty's here, from Fusion Cycle. So seeing a lot of the dealers that we already know. That's the fun part for me, is getting to reconnect and continue to build on those relationships. So tomorrow I'm speaking. Tomorrow's the day I'm going to be a little bit more on edge, probably.
I say too, I think it's always interesting, a lot of people come to an expo like this and they want to get as much value as possible from the vendors. I don't know, I think it's a testament to what we've been able to build. I almost think that there's a lot of ways that we give as much value as we get. There's certainly things, I sat at a bunch of service-oriented tables, and I'm sitting there taking copious notes about it. But then we start talking about other things, and everyone's taking notes on what I'm saying, stuff that we've done well over the years, and value that I can give to other dealers and stuff like that. So
yeah. That's
definitely cool.
Which group are you in?
I spent a lot of time on recruiting service technicians and how to make profitable service departments and stuff like that, which, if I'm honest, is a area of weakness for us, and that's why I went that route. But it was good conversations, good for me to be able to get value from certain people that feel like they're doing it well, but also be able to get value back on a lot of weaknesses that they may have.
What was a piece of value that you gave back? Just so I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, so a piece of value that I gave back, there was one.
What did somebody
it's
ask?
almost always like marketing and social media stuff.
It is, right?
It almost seems like that's always what it is. But I brought up the Snapchat stuff again, and how, you know, just that outside the box thinking about using tools that are out there as an ability to communicate with your customers. A lot of times customers, especially in the automotive, motorcycle, whatever world, they have a hard time explaining exactly what's happening with their scooter. It's a sound. It goes like clank clank or whatever. But if you have this video in your pocket all the time, and whether that's sending videos through text messages, iMessage, or if it's sending Snapchat or whatever, it's a lot easier for somebody doing the diagnosis on a vehicle or even doing the service writing or whatever to be able to see what's happening rather than be explained and then try to have to like kind of imagine what's happening. But yeah, it's nice to be able to exchange value like that. And now we're getting ready to go to
we're gonna go drink with some of our dealer friends.
Cantina.
Build some more relationships. So let's go do it.
Yeah.
We should vlog this. This is the story. We're vlogging the trip. All right, so vlog. I'll let. This is my dad. Vlog. All right, now go.
Oh, so mom's driving me to the airport, and I don't know, we were just talking about, I hardly ever look at my trips, but I looked at this trip last week, and I put the first leg in the giveaway, and I started my trip in Tampa. And I said, yeah, I'm going a couple legs, I end up in Columbus tonight. And she goes, Collin's in Columbus. I said, what? Yeah, he's there speaking. And I said, really? And when's he coming back? Tomorrow? And I said, well, I'm coming here to Tampa tomorrow. I didn't tell Mom I was going to be in Tampa because it was a short overnight. I was just going to stay at the hotel, right? I said, well, I'm going to be in Tampa tomorrow, and I wonder if he's on my plane. I said, where's he staying at? I don't know. So she's there texting Shannon.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's on flight 367. And so I look at my schedule and say, hey, I'm flying 367.
Yeah, what time does it leave? I don't even know.
It leaves at, well, that's Central Time. It leaves at
6 something? Yeah.
6:55.
So if we're late, you can just hold it for us?
Yo, Dad, stall the plane. Stall. Hey, Dad. Dad and I randomly met in Columbus, Ohio. He was flying here, and he's flying the airplane home tomorrow night. It's gonna be awesome. That was actually the part that made me laugh the most, is when they're like, I'm flying your plane home. I'm like, what? Free beer for everybody. It's Friday morning. It's Friday morning, 12:45 a.m.
Oh my gosh, you got to get up so early.
I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up. I'm gonna
Be sure you set, like,
speak
3
at
alarms.
9:50.
That's right.
9 hours.
How to make your customers go, whoa. Damn. It'll be a good talk. And then Dad will fly us home, which will be really cool. And that'll be it.
So
That'd be a successful trip.
You talk in the afternoon at what time?
2:20.
2:20. Okay, so you'll be able to make your, what time's the flight?
6:50.
6:55.
But we know who to call if we can't make it.
Dad, hold the plane. We're on our way. My dad's the pilot. Free booze for everybody. Can we do that?
No.
I'm on a plane and I'm singing.
I know him.
Oh my gosh.
Don't embarrass me.
He's actually nervous about it.
Embarrass him. My son just got done with 2 awesome speeches and he's on this flight.
I'm gonna be like, free booze for everybody. I will totally do it. You better watch out.
You could just show up at a speech and be like, I love you, son. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
I married him.
I made it.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm going to be Collin Austin at the,
Get in my talk.
where are we
AIM
going?
Expo.
AIM Expo.
AIM Expo.
American International Motorcycle Expo. See ya. Bye.
See ya, boy.
See ya, vlog.